Posting shifts. On those occasions when you are unable to work your shift, you'll want to post it so someone else can pick it up. Your manager decides whether you can post the entire shift or whether you're allowed to post parts of your shift, as well as the kind of shifts that can be posted. Let's log into your Recstaff account. On your dashboard, you'll see your calendar, which lists all your shifts for the month. When you click on a shift, the shift detail view opens. This view has 3 tabs at the top: Details, Assignments, and History. The Detail tab shows the date, time, role, facility, location, and shift ID on it. The next tab is the Work Assignment tab. This is where you'll find out what you're doing during your shift and when your breaks are. Your organization may choose not to use work assignments. Your manager should let you know if this is the case. The History tab allows you to see all the changes that have happened in this shift since it was first published. If the time or date of the shift has been changed, it will show here in the history. Also, you may not be the first person who was assigned this shift. It may have been posted and picked up a number of times before it ever got to you. The history detail lets you know where this shift has been, so to speak. On the leftmost side of the lower part of the shift detail view, you'll see a listing icon. Clicking this will bring up the day sheet for the day of this shift. The day sheet is a list of all the shifts for the day and shows the staff who are working these shifts and their contact number. Beside the listing icon, you'll see another icon. On my shift here, it's a pair of scissors. One of 4 icons can appear on a shift. Here's a list of those icons. They are the curved arrow pointing right, a pair of scissors, a circular arrow pointing left, and no icon at all. If it's a curved arrow pointing right, it means you can post the entire shift. If it's a pair of scissors, it means you are only allowed to post part of the shift because of the rules your manager has set. For instance, if there is a work assignment that is on the shift that cannot be posted, then you can't post part of the shift the work assignment is on. If it's a circular arrow pointing left, it means you've already posted this shift, and you can unpost it by clicking on this arrow. Finally, you may see no icon at all next to the shift icon for the day. This means you can't post the shift. There are only 3 reasons why you can't post a shift. Either the shift is in the past, the role is unpostable, or all your work assignments on the shift are unpostable. Your manager decides whether a role or work assignment can be posted. Your manager can tell you if any of the roles you hold or any of your work assignments will prevent you from posting all or parts of certain shifts. Let's go through each scenario in a little more detail. When I click on this shift, I see the curved arrow pointing right, and I know I can post the entire shift. However, when I click on the arrow to open the Post Shift dialog, it gives me the icon to split up the shift. This basically means that I have the option of posting the entire shift, or I can post parts of the shift. Which is good because maybe I don't want to give up the entire shift, but I can't do the first 2 hours. Let's post the entire shift. We must always give a reason why we're posting a shift. Now you see the red stripe running up the right side of the shift, which signifies that it has been posted. Next, let's post a shift that has the scissors icon. This means that I can't post all of the shift because there is a work assignment that is unpostable, but your manager has allowed partial shift swaps, so you can split it up. If your manager didn't allow partial shift swaps and there was a work assignment that was unpostable, this shift would have no icon and you wouldn't be able to post it. Here you see the work assignments attached to this shift. The work assignments that aren't postable have the dark green beside them. To give up the portion you want, you can either click on the time column or click on the 15-minute increments in the light green band. If you try to click on the dark green band, nothing happens. Now you notice that a red message appeared at the bottom of the screen that tells you each portion of the shift must be 120 minutes long. Your manager defined how long a shift must be when they set up your organization in Recstaff. So in order for me to split up this shift, I must create 2 shifts that are at least 120 minutes in length. There may be occasions when you can't split the shift up because you can't make each shift long enough. If that's the case, you need to discuss this with your manager. Once I've created the 2 shifts, the one that is in red is the one that I'm posting for pickup, and the green is what I'm keeping. Now let's click the Split Then Post icon, and we can see on our dashboard the 2 shifts we've just created. The one that I posted has the red stripe running up the side of it. And finally, the shift with the circular arrow pointing left, which means the shift has already been posted and you have the option to unpost it. If we look at the history, we can see that I was the original owner of the shift and that I decided to post it a few days later. Keep in mind that you're still on the hook for any posted shifts until they get picked up, and you'll be alerted by your My Posted Shifts dashboard icon going to red when the shift is happening in less than 24 hours and it hasn't been picked up. Let's unpost the shift. Now when we look at our dashboard, the red stripe is gone from the shift. Let's talk about what happens after you've posted your shifts. If you look at the My Posted Shifts icon in the upper right hand side of your dashboard, the number will increment when you post a shift, and your shift will appear on the shift boards of the staff members who could work the shift because they have the same role. The shifts you posted do not appear on your shift board. You would just unpost the shift if you wanted it back. If your shift is picked up, you'll see a line through this shift, and it means you're off the hook for it. If your shift isn't picked up, and the shift begins in less than 72 hours, your My Posted Shifts icon will turn from green to yellow. If your shift is starting in less than 24 hours, and it still hasn't been picked up, the icon will turn red. If and when your shift is picked up, it will have a line going through it on your My Posted Shifts listing. It will disappear from your calendar, and you will receive an email or text letting you know you are no longer responsible for the shift. Once you begin posting shifts, you'll become more familiar with the process, and you can also refer to Recstaff help if you have a shift you're not sure why you can't post. Just remember, it's important to keep track of the shifts you post to ensure they have been picked up.